welcome. Let me tell you first off how this reading by Kellie Wells will go tonight. I'm going to introduce Kellie, and then we will have a question and answer. And after that, Kellie would be happy to sign books. So the books for sale are all up here. Feel free to just make your way up and get yourself a signature and just to chat after the reading. Thanks very much for coming and welcome. I'm Valerie Sayers of the Creative Writing Program in the English Department. And for many years, I have judged the Sullivan Prize for the short story with my colleague, William O'Rourke. William conceived of the Sullivan Prize as an act of solidarity with all the accomplished short story writers out there who face a literary market shrinking so fast it appears to be melting on the floor like the Wicked Witch of the West. It was William's genius to recognize that, hard as it is to begin a publishing career, it can be even harder to sustain one, especially for story writers. The Sullivan Prize, which is named for a legendary member of the English department who published stories in the New Yorker, among other venues, is limited to those who've already published at least one volume. And that means, in practical terms, that most of our entrants are already prize winners. The stalwart Notre Dame Press is our partner in this enterprise, which begins with the sound of William and me banging our heads against concrete walls. Picture us facing 2 boxes full of manuscripts from some of the country's best fiction writers. Summer after summer, we're knee-deep in collections we would be happy, delighted, ecstatic to publish. We rail, we rage, why aren't all these volumes already published? And then we have to pick a winner. We 2 judges have wildly different tastes, but an uncanny ability to intersect at the top of our lists. And so it is this year. Kellie Wells, the 2017 winner of the Sullivan Prize, is the director of the Creative Writing Program at the University of Alabama and was already the author of 3 lavishly praised books of fiction when her manuscript leapt out at us. She had won the Flannery O'Connor Award for Short Fiction, the Rona Jaffe Prize, and the Great Lakes College Association New Writers Award. But we were to soon learn that these awards did not give her any sense of entitlement or even, apparently, any expectation. William wrote to tell her she'd won, and since he's a literary sort of guy, he wrote her a letter. You remember letters? Goes in an envelope, through the mail, not the ether. We waited to hear back. No answer. We waited some more. Finally, William called up Kellie and learned that she had set the envelope aside because, slender as it was, she figured it was the rejection notification, thereby providing us with the most modest writer we've ever contacted and maybe the best confirmation that this series is absolutely necessary. If you look up Kellie's website, and I hope you do, Kellie is spelled I-E, you will discover first that she's an Olympic track and field star and that you should be Googling Kellie Wells writer. Then you will find the correct biography, which begins thus. Kellie Wells, née Ingeborg Tromsklaff, was born by flickering lamplight on an inclement night in 1872 in the village of Rocken bei Lützen. Her father, a struggling cobbler with thin-fingered, prematurely arthritic hands that were knobby and gnarled as the feet of a recumbent chicken, made and repaired only left shoes and always longed for a life on the German stage. As you see, this is not a writer drawn to biographical conventions or, for that matter, realism. Kellie Wells is a fabulist, a fairy tale inverter, a punster, a sleight of hand trickster, a literary magpie and mockingbird. Her stories are peopled with goofballs she miraculously endows with great dignity. Hers is a dark, serious comedy, her sense of delight and despair held in precarious balance. Her winning collection, God, the Moon, and Other Megafauna, has already received rave and rare advance reviews. Forward Reviews says, Kellie Wells never seems to have met a sentence she couldn't enhance, a list she couldn't extend, or a story she couldn't send airborne. Kirkus calls Wells a writer like no other. Prepare for magic, allusive and elusive, intelligent and innovative. For those of us who labor in the fields of literary production, we simply call it a joy to honor, publish, and now introduce this sneaky, surprising, completely satisfying collection. Please welcome this year's Sullivan Prize winner, Kellie Wells.